Hey, good morning. Yesterday, if you were looking at your news headlines, you would have seen what I just put on the screen on the Drudge Report of some breaking news that President Trump is wanting to take over the Gaza Strip, turn it into a big old, resort town. It sounds just like a real estate mogul, doesn't it? Well, that's what he says he'd like to do. And in other words, he says, like, I don't want the Palestinians coming back. We're going to send them somewhere else. And then right under that, in red, it shows new Temple Mount to be possibly built on or new temple to be built on the Temple Mount. For those who like to criticize Christians who read the headlines and then look at their Bible and say, wait a minute, is that? I think it's very appropriate to do so in cases like this, because this is a big deal. We are closing in on the last years, I believe, of this epoch of history. And we are getting just at rapid speed, getting closer to the beginning of the last week of the 70 weeks of Daniel. We are getting close to that. And the pieces are being set up, and the way things are moving with Trump, however America is supposed to help set up the stage, it's happening, and it's happening fast. I want to read what I think has been a fulfillment of prophecy since the war between Israel and the Palestinians after October 7th, 22. In Zephaniah 2, chapter 2, verse 4, it says, "For Gaza shall be forsaken, and Ashkelon a desolation. They shall drive out Ashdod at the noonday, and Ekron shall be rooted up. Woe unto the inhabitants of the sea coast, the nation of the Cherethites. The word of the Lord is against you." Now, this is a prophecy against the Philistines, against that land where the Philistines used to live, which is the modern Gaza Strip, the sea coast. And he says, it will be forsaken. The population will be driven out. The population will be rooted up, and it names all those Philistine names. Woe to the inhabitants of the sea coast. The word of the Lord is against you. He says, O Canaan, the land of the Philistines, I will even destroy thee, that there shall be no inhabitant. And the sea coast shall be a dwelling, and cottages for shepherds, and folds for flocks. And the coast shall be for the remnant of the house of Judah, and shall feed thereon. In the houses of Ashkelon shall they lie down, and in the evening, for the Lord their God shall visit them and turn away their captivity. Isn't that something? It's going to belong to Judah. Now, Trump can say, oh, it's going to belong to the U.S., and eventually it's going to become the land of Judah. It's going to go back to Israel, because that's whose land it belongs. All of the land from the Euphrates River to the Nile River in prophecy belongs to. All right, now I want you to look at Joel chapter 3, verse 4. God says this about the Philistines and the Syrians too up north. Indeed, and what have you to do with me, O Tyre and Sidon? Tyre and Sidon were north of Israel, north of Galilee, and the coasts of Philistia. That would be where the Gaza Strip is, the coasts of the Philistines. Will you retaliate against me? But if you retaliate against me swiftly and speedily, I will return your retaliation upon your own head, because you have taken my silver and gold and have carried into your temples my prized possessions. Also, the people of Judah and the people of Jerusalem you have sold to the Greeks, that you may remove them far from their borders. Okay, that's already happened. They were removed. The Israelites had been removed for 2,000 years. Behold, I will raise them out of the place which you have sold them, and return them, and return your retaliation upon your own head. I will sell your sons and your daughters into the hands of the people of Judah, and they will sell them to the Sabaeans, to a people far off, for the Lord has spoken. This is interesting, because he says it about the people of the Philistines, the coasts. I will sell your sons and daughters into the hands of the people of Judah. And I will sell, and they will sell them off to the Sabaeans, whoever they are. Some think, I have a, let's see here. If I look at my cross references, Ezekiel 23:42 comes up. The Sabaeans were brought from the wilderness with the men of a common sort. Let's see here. I'm not really sure who they are. Let's see, another one says the Shebaites. That would be like the people of the Queen of Sheba. That would be Ethiopia. It'll be interesting to see where these people get resettled. If that's right, if the Sabaeans are the Ethiopians, they're going to be somewhere in Africa, south of Egypt. Some believe that it could be the Saudi Arabians. We'll see. Keep an eye on what happens with this. They're being displaced. Gaza, like we saw in Zephaniah, has become desolate. They've been rooted out. And now Joel says that these people are going to be sold off and they're going to be sent away. This is all happening right in front of us if you're paying attention. The table is being cleared. Everything is getting set up for that last 7 years of when Israel is going to finally come back and recognize Jesus as Messiah, and he returns. That's what's happening right in front of us. Everything's being set up for it. I hope you're paying attention. All right, I'm going to leave that for you there, and there will be more to come.